I was going to say he could go Ambessa, but that's already banned out by G2. Nah as well does work well into the Cassante and doesn't have that health stacking that can really be a struggle into the Trundle later on.
The G2 comp feels a bit awkward to me though, because when I'm looking at this, it's like, okay, well, Orianna would like something to set her up, which doesn't really exist on G2 side unless Labrov is finding phenomenal flanks, but you're not like grouping people for an Orianna ult.
Yeah, stepping forward about half HP with the recall coming out from Shell. I wonder if they'll just call off any possibility of a fight. They don't know where Trundle is right now. Skimon has reset, got himself a Sheen. Aegis assault for the movement speed from Shale. Flash away from Caps, but the Shield Vault still finds the stun. Skimon on his way, but only at the tier 1 right now, as Caps has no way out of this. Uses the command, protect Sheo though with a spear to his back. We'll get first blood for Heretics. And look at how many times they place really well. so rare that they do poorly in playoffs.
That's very true. Oh,
Wait a
hang on
second.
a minute.
Wait a second.
You are moving into the enemy jungle here. Seven looking for some damage himself. Does have his flash share, was forced to flash away, but Skewmon falling low. Seven loses vision, puts a soldier in, gets the kill. Shield Bolt out onto Camps, gets to somebody, gets one in response as Shale falls. Seven needs to get out of here. Doesn't have that flash anymore. Camps still chases him. The counter curse needs to be studied, guys. Camps gets a double, gets himself a 400 gold lead. Yeah, Skimon actually surviving for longer because the Razorbeaks dying there gives him the King's Tribute passive, which means he heals up a bunch as those small Razorbeaks die. Now looking down towards this bottom side, Tangle Bomb's going to land onto Stend, who has to flash away early. Seren and Caps in the mid lane here. Grand Starfall coming out. Flash away from Caps, away from the Emperor's Divide. Meanwhile, a hook lining onto Labrov down towards the bottom side. Stend pretty deep here. Bullet time coming out. Not going to connect too much as Labrov does fall low, but able to escape until the flash double up. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Seren taken out by Skewmon and Caps.
A nice job on the gank from Skewmon as well there. Use the Subjugate because it removes 40% of the armor and magic resist. It just has enough, but now Stend.
Yeah, Stend pushing forward a little bit here as Skewmon and Hansama are there for the chase. Labrov face checked. And Stend paid the price for it.
Yeah. And so it doesn't at least get one grub, and Skewmon just tracking and trying to match show everyone on the map. But here's the ult.
Onto Labrov, they'll land the stun onto him. The chase continues. The Seven able to dodge to the side and will be gifted over the kill. His second of the game gets him a little bit closer to Caps, but it's still 1,000 gold lead for the Orianna in mid.
And this time, Labrov with the mistake, and it's Heretics that punish. Good ulti comes through from Sheo, catches the support isolated. Seren was also able to move down from mid, so there was no way for Labrov to go. Shockwave onto Seren, he's getting very low.
It goes back in, Emperor's Divide onto Caps, who takes the tower! Seven outplays! The minions take him out in response! 1-for-1 the trade in mid. Left on it. Thank you, paid chatter. Very kind of you.
Oh, what's going on here? Hang on a second.
Caught out. I'll PayPal you guys later. Instead, caught out the Subjugate coming out. There's the Pop Blossom as well for the chase onto Ice. And Ice is down.
And I'm looking at that gold lead for Caps, and it's scary, but Ice is building a similar advantages. This looks like a Pantheon ult to me.
Broken Blade going all out. Has the Zeke's convergence complete already. Grand Starfall in by Sheo as you save Eddie. And BB will fall, basically just to Tracent.
Skewmon is definitely making his presence known. He is running around the rift, doing what he can. Seren, though, trading.
Ooh, Emperor's Divide not connecting. The Shockwave coming out, and Labrov is here with a blooming burst. And a big old kill. And meanwhile, Stend looking for the flank. No Grand Starfall yet for Sheo, but Stend, if he can get a depth charge onto Caps, who does still have the flash, the chase can continue. There we are. Caps caught up in the depth charge. Dredgeline's going to come out next. Flashes from it. Sheo flashes forward, and the bullets rip through as Sheo takes the kill. Stend tanks the tower, and Labrov falls second. Good route onto Ice, but the third tower shot does not materialize, so Ice able to escape.
I mean, Seren started the play with a bit of a blunder, but it turns into a massive win for Heretics.
Yeah, Sheo getting both the kills means that he's about 200 gold ahead. Nothing too consequential. It's a dagger in the end, but Caps with no flash and Sheo on the chase. Going to extend that gold lead just a little bit. Good shockwave into the pillar. Sheo Seren flashing forward. Look at the Caps who has that Seekers. Seren will fall for this. Skewmon on the chase now as Sten's going to join the fray, but look at the flank position for Labrov and Hansama. Sten realizes he needs to get the hell out of there. It's a double for Skewmon. Riptide out from Stend. He does escape to the tower. Broken Blade going all out with the Zeke's convergence onto Ice, burning his flash as well.
You know, make picks for Heretics, but actually I think they're about to make them now.
Grand Starfall coming out. Caps, stopwatches the Gnar from Tracing. Labrov can look for the flank here. The wave pretty easy for G2 to push in. You have the Shockwave and that Pop Blossom. Riftail down. Crystalline Overgood still on the tower. Riftail will get the charge in. Prey Seeker landing from long range from Hansama, but nothing more for G2. They'll get the charge. They don't break through the Crystalline Overgrowth. Caps Gonna slow up Sheo with a command dissonance. The Pillar of Ice for the follow-up. It's Sheo. You're just a bit too deep. In the Aegis Assault saves him for a second, but the chase continues for G2. Sheo trying to run away. Another Comet Spear comes out, but Caps finds his man. Meanwhile, a TP to the bot side as Tracyn looks for Broken Blade. Huge shield from that teleport. Broken Blade, though, still has the flash. The plated Steel Caps now as well. The hyper from Tracyn doing a lot of work. All out. Pulls BB towards the Crux. Gives him a shield. He's able to get away from the Nav again. Tracyn unable to connect with the wallet either. BB just dashes away. Holds onto his flash. And now Tracyn, is he going to have to flash out himself? Because the collapse is beginning from Hansama and Labrov. In the end, he just jumps across to the safety of his Azir.
Heretics just feel dizzy at the moment trying to keep pace with G2.
I feel like Heretics is trying so hard to force so many things. Like, this is a great example. Why are they here?
I mean, Sheo's likely dead. LeBron flashing in as Hansama dives in with the Killer Instinct as well. There's the Shockwave onto Ice. Sten trying to flash to safety, but G2 are on the chase. That's two. The bot lane of Heretics already dead. Seren and Sheo need to get out as BB dashes forward. Hansama no Killer Instinct left for him, but he can still land those Void Seekers. Sheo getting chased towards the bottom side. Pillar of Ice coming out to block him against the wall. The Gromp secured. Good double knockback from BB, but all they wanted was the jungler's life.
You can see that they've got 4 members pushing up through mid. They've left Caps isolated in a side lane with the Orianna, who has the TP. Skumon kind of covering the support, and it's now been caught.
Ice has to flash across the wall. Bullet time coming out, but there's the all-out from BB. Sinks in the Intofus and gets himself a kill. A bit isolated towards the backside, but he just dashes across the wall. And now G2 find another Sten will fall. Tracyn building up that Meganar, but they're all hitting onto a clone. As G2 will turn their eyes towards the Baron. Heretics once again lose their bot lane. I don't really think they have a way into this fight. G2, when it comes to playoffs, they just tend to succeed. They just tend to do well, even if they do come in as the 7th seed. Here, Ice caught out again. No way for him to get out. And G2 can just march down mid. Like, the defense for Heretics is Seren pushing the side lane, trying to get themselves an objective bounty, trying to get a little bit of gold. But their inhibitor tower in mid will fall. 23.5 minutes in, G2 are knocking on the Nexus.
Yeah, I was going to say, how far are they going to take this? Because Heretics have to reset, but BB soloing out the Azir.
Yeah, Seren able to dodge across the wall to the Gromp. Did use the Emperor's Divide, needs to get back. We'll use the Hex Gates to get closer. Tracyn knocked up with the Pillar of Ice. Sheo trying to get in there as well. TP coming out from BB as he's going to join the fight. The first Nexus tower will fall. G2 continuing to advance. And there's the Shockwave, and immediately they kill off Tracyn. They'll dive onto Sheo underneath the tower as well, but Skumon still really healthy with that Subjugate. Second Nexus tower down. Ice has respawned. Does have that bullet time, but the Hot Blossom will find him again. Ice goes in with a bullet time, a good Pillar of Ice to stop it. As G2 are just ripping through them. Heretics don't have a leg left to stand on as G2 will go 2-0.
24-36 was the timer we were looking at in game number 1. And they just smashed it in game number 2. G2, that was insane.